Hey guys, girls, this is your guy Kyle.S, Sheppy, whatever you want to call me. Um, it's sort of a video on depression. I have looked through a lot of books recently. The bipolar, the guide for nurses as well as carers, but there's also the walking the walls and a lot of other stuff as well. I've gone through a bit of a phase. Depression, it's kind of an awkward thing to talk about. You know, being depressed whilst being at hospital, being at maybe 3, 4, 5 hospitals, or even living at one hospital, because I've noticed a lot of patients from Hawthorns, not saying specific names, but there's a few of them which live at the hospital, you know, for the rest of their life, as far as I know. It is kind of a dodgy type of thing, you know, with all their what's happening with them. There's obviously, I want to say 3 different perspectives of depression, and one is actually surprisingly for the carers. So if someone's caring for you, such as maybe the nurses, maybe the doctors as well, which know you personally, OTs, anyone like that. Yeah, my personal perspective, I haven't seen any of my nurses sort of being a little bit depressed, even though they're, like, I've talked to them about all my conditions, what's happened, and, you know, from my family past, because I've gotten to know some of the doctors a bit, and, well, the nurses slash doctors, I guess, because some of them are OT psychologists and other ones as well. Yeah, one of the guides actually, which I recently read, it was a guidebook for nurses or carers, and it's down to not just carers as in, you know, the doctors and the nurses and the, you know, people who sort of care for you, but also the family side. Then there's also the friends, friends, family, doctors, and nurses. In one of the books, it was going on about how they can get depressed from, you know, the patient that they're caring for who is depressed as well. And it's kind of like a virus, in my opinion, as well, because it can pass on from one person to another, to another, to another, and it will just go on for everyone, which is kind of a weird thing, because I've been reading a lot on different perspectives. My personal perspective, sorry there, I thought someone was coming through. My personal perspective, it's a off and on kind of trigger in the brain. It might not necessarily be a virus, but it can be sort of like a on and off trigger. Trying to think of the name. Could call it like a trigger or a memory, in other words, in my opinion, where you can, like, your depression could go from one phase to another, and one, like, maybe the beginning of a year to the maybe in the middle of the year, if that makes sense. So that'd be what, August or something like that. I can't remember specific, which would be the middle of the year. I know after 6 years anyway, let's let's put it there. So it'd be, you know, the first beginning of a year to then the 6 months at least. And yeah, the depression can go on from the doctors. They can actually then, I suppose, pass it on through to their family, their friends. Maybe they don't want to go out. They, you know, have like maybe low moods, always not doing stuff, trying to, you know, maybe keep it in as well. There was a sort of perspective where you can keep your depression inside, and it was from the Black Dog. Yeah, the Black Dog book, which I read, and it was basically about depression as well, where you can hide it on the inside, but you can look happy, and you know, which is a bit of a weird one in my opinion. You can look like you're happy, but then you're not happy on the inside, which is, I want to say, normal for a lot of people, but it's also something which isn't really a good thing. But then there was a part which is a good thing, because then it can let you overthink on a lot of things, where if you're depressed and you're overthinking, maybe trying to think of a lot of stuff, one point to another, to another, to another, then, you know, it's something, everyone's like different perspective. I'm trying to go through a lot of stuff in my head because I'm trying to remember quite a lot of stuff, and this is for the future me as well, about depression. If, like, let's say for me, Kyle, you know, if you don't remember your name or anything, in the future, you never know, don't be depressed. Maybe try, you know, keep yourself busy like you usually do. Maybe do videos, you know, help other people, read, make music, you know, because hopefully you're still into that into the future. I keep on saying for some reason. It's like and. Bloody hell. Yeah, the depression phase. So far, like, sometimes I have gone through like a sarcastic phase where, you know, things I seem are funny, but they're not. And it's a bit of a weird one as well, in my opinion. But it might just be other people's opinions as well. A lot of depression can sort of get you to a point where, like, your life's gone downhill, but you actually had it as a good point in life. I will say, and I have said before, you know, I've had a situation with a friend or ex, in other words, basically kicked out of the house, and, you know, through last year, 2022, obviously granddad passed away as well. It's something which can trigger quite a lot of depression. From the books that I've looked at, it's not just, you know, for the patients, but also through the, you know, nurses, family members as well. So I don't know if my grandma or dad, because I haven't seen them for a while since I've been at the hospital, and it is a little bit annoying. It's the 9th of March now, waiting for a review and everything, see what happens, hopefully get out of the hospital. It's 2023, so, you know, but the 9th of March anyway, if I don't remember. Making this video, and the video is to get across a lot of people their depression. Seek help. You can go through like GPs, you know, if you're going through having like a therapist, they can organize like having a therapist, or you can have other people such as like it might be for my position in a way, when I get discharged and I can go home. I don't know what I'm gonna be like. I don't know how I'll be like, whether I'll be depressed, fine, you know, not like, hopefully I'm not depressed at that time. I might be a little bit low because I'm getting myself back together. It's, you know, a bit different for other people, I'd say. Follow the people out there. I want them to sort of have a good, you know, try to get through depression if you have depression at all. It's something which, like, I know right now I'm sort of like going through my fists, or my arms and palms anyway, sort of like keeping my hand tight, and it's just because of a anxiety type of thing, talking about depression. But the way I'm seeing about it, it is what it is, and all I can do is just hope for the better, try to keep myself distracted, whether it's obviously making music, playing video games, because the PS4, but yeah, this is for the future me, but also for other people. Like my experience on depression, like I've gone through sarcastic type of phases, but I used to do that beforehand, so that also might be like a weird type thing. You don't know if you are depressed or you're not depressed. And sorry if this is a long video as well. Just wanted to get this point across, that it's not just everyone, and it's, as some people say, it is a disease, the depression, but also it's not just yourself. It can go across from one person to another person, and it's kind of like a virus. So that, I suppose in this case for people right now, it's COVID, which, if you get my point, where it can go from one person to another, so it is like a virus, you know. It is what it is. Me right now, personally, I'm kind of distracted by doing a lot of these videos or making music, so, you know, I'm getting myself there. I'm sort of alright, just, you know, keeping myself busy. That's like my goal for not being depressed anyway, whilst I'm in this hospital, because I've been through a few hospitals, gone through 5, but technically 4, because when I moved back up to Northeast. And if I don't remember this in the later future, watch this video just to get your mind working again through like a memory. I might do more memory videos just so that I remember in the future. Besides that, you know, keep yourself shaved at least. I'm trying to think of what else. You know, just try to keep yourself happy, maybe distracted, not being depressed. Personally, right now, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm just distracted, so that's a good thing. Besides that, I'll see you guys and girls later, and Kyle for the future. Keep yourself happy, keep yourself motivated, and, you know, distracted, in other words. See ya later. Peace.